Okay, now in this lecture we are going to see SASS. So for SASS we need an auto compiler, which means complete code has been written in another format. So don't worry about that. SASS is one of the simplest way to write a CSS. Comparing to CSS slash is 100% best in CSS. So first you need to know how to install that. So here I'm just an atom editor. So for that I'm just opening a package. Person who are all using atom, just make SAS auto compile. So here I'm already installed that. So when I'm just creating new file and save it as CSS. Here I'm just saving 2.scss. So here I'm just saving once. I'm just save the function. You could see in the bottom I got a extension of 2-min.css. Here I'm just linking a style sheet which has 2.min.css. I'm just adding a project folder. Here CSS folder. So now in here 2.min.css, I'm first writing store margin 0, padding 0. So save it that. So here you could see whatever I written in SCSS. So what is the main benefit of using, we'll see in few minutes. So after that, if you are not using Atom, if you are using like Microsoft Visual Code, so Visual Code, here you also have a SASS auto compiler. Here SASS, synthetically it's not this, just a minute. So here you could have live SASS compiler. Just make and install this, because I'm not using Visual Code, I'm using an Atom. So if you don't have an Visual Code, even you want to insert some software which I show. So here you could say a cola, which means it auto compile thing. So just download for Windows or Mac. So download that and install that using normally. So after installing, just open that. So here opening a Visual Code, the thing to okay, I'm just creating a new file and saving it as folder. So creating a new folder called QWERTY, opening that, just saving it as 1.html. Okay, after that I'm creating a new file and saving it as 1.css. Again creating a new file and saving it as 1.scss. So here I'm just saved in 3 format, opening in Cola browser, means not a browser, Cola software, opening here and opening the folder which I have been installed. So if you once you have been open, you got a two thing. So here just press the SASS and make the thing compile. That's it. So here if I enter store background color of what color I can teal. So here I'm just saving that. I got here too, which means definitely I got a change. So opening, what happened? Oops, I not even written a single code in HTML. So HTML, so inside head, inside link, one dot CSS. So here body, save it as. So here I'm just reloading. You could see a background color which I not even write it in a CSS, fully write it in a SCSS. This is the third way of compiling SCSS to CSS. So coming back to Atom. So now first session we are going to see variables. So here variables are nothing but if there are more than 50 paragraph session in your HTML, each session of paragraph you want to make the color. So for reducing that purpose, so here first to assemble, I'm just saying primary color to some lime green. So after that I'm just adding a secondary color. Secondary color to moccasin. So here I'm just saving the. So first I'm just in here I'm just creating a paragraph of class 1 program. Here paragraph of class 2 same program. Both thing I'm just calling that dot 1 background color. I'm just directly writing primary color and text color to dollar secondary color. In dot 2 I'm just reversing that background color to, you need not to write all the times color name. You just enter the specific name for that color and use that particular name in every space. So here color to, I think same thing has been given. Primary color, here I'm just writing to secondary color. So saving that. Here too I'm just saving that. You could see the difference what I have been entered here. This is what variables in SASS. So now coming to the nesting section. So it's better, simplest thing, one of the main advantage, div class of 1. So dot 1 is main. So here I'm just cutting two things and paste it over here. Also adding a header 1 section of heading, saving that, and also something like main -1 here main space 2. Okay, just note that I'm just using for first class main dash 1 and for second class main space 2. Saving that. So first coming to here dot main. So here I'm just adding a background color of light gray. Okay. So I think I got that. So now first in CSS, if you want to change the particular content, you have to call the class name. But in CSS, inside that file itself, you can add a class and background color to black and color to white. So here I'm just removing this two. So now I'm just saving the. You could see the difference. I'm just nesting inside this. So if even though I'm just inserting a class name for this using div class name itself. So how to call that? Nothing, just ampersand. This ampersand shows this main. This just call main. So here I am using dash. So dash 1. Open curly brace. Inside that I am just saying background color to maroon and color to white. Saving that. Here wait, what happened? That man. So this thing make a little bit slower. So even though I'm just erasing this content, so now saving that. So you could see the changes. So paragraph use more priority because I'm just directly calling with the tag name. So it give more preference when we call the particular tag name. So here I'm just calling second to open curly brace, background color of purple and color to chasm. Saving that. Reloading. It sure doesn't. So you could directly write a class name. So just a minute. Ampersand dot 2. So now I'm correct. I doesn't use dot. So you could see dot the change. This is what the when you class a separate name use that use dot. When you are using a dash simple dash, you could directly use ampersand dash class name. So this is what nesting using main class. That's it. So now we are going to see importing, which means I'm just creating a new file and save it as not in this folder CSS. Here don't forget use underscore after the color you means whatever the name you want dot SASS. Okay, save that. So I'm just moving my color content to here. So after that, here I'm just directly using paragraph section. Then here I'm just simply saying background color to dollar primary color and color to dollar secondary color. So here I am doesn't inputting. If I save that, you could see no changes because undefined variable primary color. So now if I import this using import, after that quotes space, here what is the name, color, that's it. If I save that, it has been saved. Normally you could see the difference, which means I entered program in another page. I'm just importing that page to here. This is what importing. So now in this video we are going to see some inheritance function. So inheritance function is nothing but, so first I'm just creating here dot main. So in dot main, open curly brace, I just wanted to make this thing display flux is nothing but writing a one time. So I'm just copying that and pasting. If there is several times, I just wanted to each and every time I just want to write display flux, justify content, align items, all the thing I just wanted to retype all. So for reducing that purpose, it will call an inheritance. So writing, then what is the name for that? I'm just simply entering a para. After that, opening display flux. After that, padding of 20 pixel and background color of something like teal, then border of 2 pixel dash black, not black, white, silver. Okay, now this is the thing. So here I'm just removing header thing. Oops. Deleting that. Just copying one more time. So possibly 3 paragraph. So now here just saying that if once I entered at x10, then what is the name, percentage para. If I save that, and here you could see a perfect design, perfect example, which means for multiple things. For here, this is the one time, and second time, third time. So you could possibly make all the thing easy in the easier way. So I am also changing this to 2, saving that. You could see this is make your work off. That's what I say. I'm just copying the same thing. So here I'm just pasting that. Here I'm just saying to sub, changing to sub, changing to sub, changing to sub. Okay, here I have a 2 function. If I write the code manually in CSS. I just wanted to conclude both the thing. So here this thing make my work off. On curly brace, just add extend simply percentage of para. If I save that, the thing also change. That's it. This make I just enter one time and use for a number of times in the program. This is what inheritance. So let's see in mixing. So now we are in mixing. So mixing is also something which make your, it's like an inheritance, but you could pause the value. Means I'm just showing how. Just do main. So inside that I'm just having a much paragraph of class 1. So here I'm just copying that, pasting several times. So here it's copying the same thing, pasting, copying that, pasting here, saving that. So changing the class name to sub. So coming to this, our paragraph name is 1. So here I'm just adding a height of 15 pixel, not a 15 pixel, 50 pixel, width of 50 pixel, background color of gold. I save that. You could see a board like a structure. So each and everything, margin of 2 pixel, border of 1 pixel, solid black. Saving that. Here possibly having two things. In here I'm just adding some mixin values. So not here, you will get confused. So here itself I'm adding a mixin value at mixin. So what is the name you want? So here I'm just passing a value, curly brace. So first I want a background color of gray and height of 400 pixel and width of 800 pixel. So here display flex. After that justify content. So for here if I save dollar value, here I'm just saying the same thing, dollar value. So that's it. So coming to dot main, here I'm just simply saying that include of what is the name. My name is name. So here I'm just saying simply center. Posting that, saving that. Here you could see I got perfectly what I need. The content has been saved center, which I have imposed a value. So here I got a width of 800 pixel, height of 400 pixel, and display flux the content and background color of gray. So here in dot sub in color base, I'm just include here name, and then I'm just saying fluxen. So here saving that same thing. Here you could see that second content in end. This is what main benefit of using mixin.